Hello, everyone. This is the Super Metroid Map Randomizer Multi-Category Tournament. HisBeardNis versus Idol. This is the second match in the set, with HisBeardNis taking the first match. This time, it is going to be Gravity 9+1. That's where you start off with Gravity Suit, 9 E-Tanks, and 1 Reserve. Here we have myself on comms, and Nito joining me as well. And
Hey, how's it
NN
going, everyone?
and NN on tracking, an unsung hero of these races, keeping those trackers updated.
I think we're going to be in for a good one for tonight. The last match, it had its moments where it looked like either racer was maybe touch and go, but Nis definitely pulling out there at the end. And yeah, I think we're bound to see some interesting plays. Gravity 9+1 is always an interesting format, with the 9 E-Tanks plus 1 Reserve acting as a pseudo Varia suit, enabling pretty much any run through heated rooms in the game right off the bat.
This is my personal favorite of the 5 settings. I like how you start off with a lot of the ability to get around, but it's really only one major, so there's still a lot of majors to collect. Movement matters a lot, because even though like getting through heated rooms with 90 tanks is pretty easy, like the damage you take still has to be usually restored in some way, which means you have to like route in the ship or energy refill rooms or farming, and it adds a lot of like interesting decisions on how players play. Oh, it looks like Idle has started.
There's probably just a little desync here between the two racers, and we'll get that lined up shortly.
Interesting start. I guess you have the health, so why
No
not use
reason
it?
not to check it.
There's Dragon and Kraid.
Right, so for this mode, the objectives are all the bosses, as it normally would be in a map rando race, and then to defeat Mother Brain. So getting 2 bosses here right in the starting region poses some amount of challenge for seeing if you can clear that before you move on to the next one.
In the classic map rando start, where you get the map early, but you have to leave and go to another zone where the map is probably not as easy to get, because you can't obtain anything since you don't have morph, you don't have power bombs, you don't have super missiles, etc.
Gravity definitely enabling them to get around Mount Everest here. Looks like they're going to be splitting which direction they start looking in. Nis going to the top left and Idol going to the top right.
I'm actually unfamiliar with the gravity jump logic. Are all the rooms in Everest considered obtainable with just gravity suit on
Yep,
hard?
definitely.
Okay. So I know the top door is kind of a late pause, so it always confused me if that was in hard logic or not.
I believe it should be. This has found Turian, and now he's in Brinstar. No, not Brinstar, Redshift.
Our third zone in 2 minutes.
Idol also finding Turian. You can see the look on Idol's face here. He's like, wow, we're we're hitting a bunch of different regions in a very short amount of time.
Similar to the speed booster. Our first obtained major. Similar to the Varia plus Grav start, this does like to send you off on paths where you're never quite sure if you're going way out of your way to nothing, or if this is what the logic want. Idle cracking
Yeah.
up yet again
Yeah.
at the absurdity of the zone.
Quick correction from Derp in the chat. The top door is actually not in logic. That's my mistake.
Okay. Yeah, my suspicion of that was because I've had seeds where I've like gotten items that seemed like the only purpose was to get me up there, but I went up there anyway. So it made me think like maybe it was not in logic. Smart move by Beard here to immediately use that speed booster.
Right, and it looks like as soon as Idle saw Wrecked Ship, he turned around, so he's not going to have the benefit of that speed booster initially.
What a great map.
This went down to Core Room to see if he could get to the map, but it looks like it was blocked off there. And Idle looking at sand pits,
Ooh.
there's only one sand pit where you can check one item without morph. The rest you need morph for.
Unfortunately, without a map, you just get to guess which one it is.
Yeah, Carter, I'm also surprised that the top door isn't in logic. It is a tighter gravity jump for sure, but I am a little surprised by that. Okay, now Idle is back in Wrecked Ship, so he should be getting Speed Booster here soon.
And we have criteria.
Wow. Nis saying nope.
Are we just missing Meridia at this point?
I think so, because they started in Bryn.
It's too many zones in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is an info overload right now.
Absolutely.
You start getting analysis paralysis.
Yeah, personally, I think I might have committed to going down that speed path underneath Spore Spawn and looking to see if I could get the map, but time will tell if that would be a good decision or not.
Yeah, I don't believe either of them have seen a... Or wait, no, there is a save station there in Wrecked Ship. I don't know if Nis has seen that, though. I could give him some license to start trying out some things, given that he doesn't have full map knowledge. But now that he does have Speed Booster, he can get to the top door.
Which, of course, is locked by missiles. It's funny when it's not happening to you.
Yeah, you don't ever want to be in this position, but you love to watch it. Just taking another peek at Brinstar, seeing if maybe he left something behind that he could grab, but it doesn't really look like anything is obtainable there, even with Speed Booster.
Yeah, it looks like just missiles alone is required to do pretty much anything, and then I saw quite a few power bomb locks as well. There's only one major, so it's also not probably going to pay off a huge amount.
Idle checking out the top left door of Parlor. I was curious about that, seeing if Speed Booster would put that in logic. Just a save station. Nothing you're excited to see in that position, and he's going to take the revert back to his save station, which thankfully is not very far away.
I was curious if Idle was going to go for the short charge, but it is a little awkward with the rune transition.
Yeah, I just don't think there's any point either, because now he's already back in Parlor after the revert.
Yeah, unless you're like 100% confident you're going to get it immediately, it's probably the smart move, which I would have taken as well. My short charge is, yeah. Not that good. Not even close.
Oh,
Alright,
so
Beard,
it was East Ocean.
Beard finally... Oh my gosh.
Yeah, at first I was like, that would have been definitely worth taking a look, but yeah, super door there is going to stop his progress right away.
Well, my thoughts on what I would do if I was playing have gone to question mark. I'm not really sure what should be done here.
That's the trouble with having all these regions available right now. There's just so much to check. It's possible you need to go cross map just to look for the next area.
Beard's starting to bleed out his health a little bit here.
I don't know if he's seen a save station yet either.
I don't think so. Curious if he'll farm here.
That'd be a good idea.
A little
Takes
bit.
one cycle.
No.
Oh boy. This is doable, but it's scary. Oh, and there's
Oh
more.
no, there's no way he makes it back.
I think he could. He's still got a reserve. I think he can make it out of criteria.
You're right. Forgot about the reserve.
Gonna fill it a little bit just to be safe here. But yeah, that is a huge find there.
A few things that opens up. There's the door and parlor.
There's that. There was the crab hole in Mount Everest.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, there's a few locations to check now for sure, as well as you can grab these missiles from Batu and E-Tank from here.
Those missiles surprisingly open up a ton.
They do, yeah. And now Idle is seeing criteria here. Will he be able to brave the heat run here to get Morph? Or is he going to turn around? Okay,
And
he's
he goes
progressing
for it.
up. And he goes for it. He sees it and he's just laughing. Oh, but he's gonna check out this door. Oh, that's a sick refill right there. Wow, that's crazy.
That's incredible.
What a refill.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Well, maybe it was still doable if it wasn't a healing room.
Yeah,
A little questionable to go for that.
Yeah, he was at about the same health that Nis was, passing through there before he made that decision to go in that morph tunnel. And that was probably the best thing to see in that area. Looks like Nis picked up supers in the bottom right door of Alcatraz. Another use of that morph ball. Attempting to escape the prison.
Looks like the buffer down morph is not working for some reason. Checking his down button. Make sure it still works. There he goes.
Both hanging out here in Parlor now. Idle hasn't checked out Alcatraz, though, for the supers.
An E-Tank.
That's kind of awkward in 9+1. You know there's not going to be a lot of those around.
You feel silly
here's the
picking it up and you...
difference.
Ooh, yeah.
Is able to progress. Idle has to turn around and see where he can hunt down these supers from.
Interesting not going for map, but in the same sense, I'm not sure how much Torian is left.
Yeah, relatively it should not be a large zone, just maybe a little bit bigger than wrecked ship in most cases. He got another missile pack for his trouble, so at least in Idle's case, it didn't net anything huge out of that.
And we have Norfair from a different angle.
Yep, they were in Norfair before. So hopefully Nis is keeping the checklist here on things I can look at now that I have Morphin Supers. It looks like he's heading back to Mount Everest, maybe to check the crab hole now, or maybe to go through the top door of Mount Everest. Choosing the crab hole first. For more supers. Okay, so that's another option for Idle if he finds his way back there. Which, they're actually on opposite sides of the super door right now, from bottom left of Mount Everest into Crab Maze.
Fortunately, I think Idle was blocked by a super door there again.
He was, yeah.
I didn't get too good of a look at the starting zone that we're actually able to get the map, but there may be some obtainable X's there where they could possibly get power bombs back in the original zone.
That could be, yeah. It should be in the back of their minds that they do have to return there at some point for the two bosses that are located in that region.
I mean, technically both are doable. You can just speed boost Stragon to death and plenty of ammo for Kraid.
For sure. But looks like Idle has run into every dead end possible without those supers in Norfair now.
And not finding those supers is starting to hurt a little bit for Idle.
Yeah, to D-Rocky, Alcatraz is definitely in hard logic for escaping that. Nis taking a slow refill here. I'm not sure how much he wants to fill up. Okay, just to get to maybe about 5 E-tanks or so.
They may be looking for missiles because they're worried about being able to get back through this gate. I guess health is a concern as well.
Yeah. I think he could see that he'd be going through single chamber because of the toilet passing through here. Yeah, 9+1 is definitely a mode where you want to take note of where your easy refills are. Having to refill off of single spawn enemies is very painful.
Beard in kind of an awkward situation here.
Doesn't look like he wants to commit to Plowhouse.
Left to right is a little harder than right to left because those two dudes at the front a little difficult to maneuver around.
In addition to that, the two enemies in the middle of that room, they also don't fall down into the acid, so they continue to harass you. But if you go right to left, they do drop down into the acid.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the damage boost off the bees because they don't hurt as much.
Yeah, they'd only deal about 10 damage with gravity. That's not too bad. Idle is very close to some supers. But opting to go in the top door instead of checking the crab hole.
Gonna lose some health here, 2 Metroids, and it's a missile door, of course.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So now he may be thinking, okay, I need to go refill my missiles here, but I think he'd be better off just continuing to explore other areas here. He was so close to some supers, just...
I'm getting deja vu from race 1, and then says... It does kind of feel like that with Idle being very close to something very useful and opting to go a different direction.
Considering how the maps have been laid out so far, I'd say that they both found Morph extremely early than what it could have been.
Yeah, that could have easily been a 20-plus minute Morph.
What Nis could do... Well, no, there's a powerbomb door there. Yeah, Brinstar is locked up by powerbombs at the moment, and I don't think they have any X's that they can get to in there, so... That would be the only way they could go back to Bryn, is if they find powerbombs.
I see 1X you could get, but it's out of logic, and that's a pretty tight short charge to get across. The one that's right from Idle.
Idle thinking hard about it, though.
Oh, I just realized you'd need power bombs. I guess there's a world where you clip into the tube, go right, go left, get the super tight short charge, fly across and grab that item, and then go through the green gate and hope that X is power bombs. But you can't even check it without committing to it, and that would be a pretty goofy, out of logic play.
I don't think that's a world that either of the racers want to live in right now if they were even thinking about doing that.
Maybe if the save and Dragon were swapped a little bit. But, yeah.
Is now assaulting a innocent Crocomire in his home. He did nothing wrong. He was just sitting there. He would not have attacked you, Nis, if you didn't fire first.
Let the record show that Niz shot first. And it's nothing, literally.
Deserved. We also have a raid coming in from the SG2 channel. Welcome in, viewers. We're in the middle of a multi-category map rando tournament match between Nis and Idle here. They're competing in the mode of gravity with 9 E-tanks and 1 reserve. And it's a very exciting match so far.
Both racers scrambling to figure out what to do next. So there are 5 zones available right now, and I think only 1 map has been obtained. Oh, that's not gonna help. Well, I guess the farm. But...
Yeah, the farm's not bad. The farm's better than what he had been using in Green Hill Zone.
So unfortunately, that locks criteria back up. Because there's no way to get through the vanilla screw room. Unless you do some out-of-logic stuff.
It is interesting what is underneath actual Batoon E-tank room, though. If the bottom section is detached now.
Alright, bye criteria.
Yeah, nothing Nis is going to be able to do here.
I guess there's that reverse gate door there.
There is, yeah.
Nice.
What? No way. Another double refill room in criteria.
This seed is so troll. It's incredible.
That's insane. This probably shaking his PNG tuber head right there. Yeah, and of course they're both in the area that already has landing site, which is like the only other double refill in the game.
That bottom left green door is looking pretty nice again. Just saying.
Oh, Idle just finally making it past the missile door in Metroid 4 just to find that it's beta power bombs.
Oh no.
Which he needs power bombs to be able to check the item. Idle once again heading back down to Brinstar. I just don't think he's going to be able to do anything down here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the plan is either. Speed booster off. Some more deboosting.
Nis is also heading down to Brinstar, but he still doesn't have power bombs. He could take out Dre if he wanted to.
Oh man, Idle's going for it. The tube clip.
This does not feel great.
No. As mentioned in that room below, that's a pretty tight short charge, and you'll be burning to death the entire time.
Depending on what the connecting room is to Croc Escape, though, he could maybe get a shine charge entering into the room and carry it up.
I did not catch what it was. That is true.
It's a long hallway room. I think it was 6 tiles long. I'm just not sure which one it is.
What's funny is that they do all this and it may be super missiles, which I guess Idle would be happy to see, but they're not getting them out of there, so. A tube will trap.
If it is power bombs, he could just reverse the path that he took and go back to the tube and blow it up. So that would be his way out if that is what is here. Okay, so it's a Metroid room, which that's going to make it difficult to carry a shine charge.
It is power bombs.
Power bombs. Oh boy, this is... We'll see how comfortable Idle is with this short charge.
This is a minimum 4 tap.
I think you can 3 tap with a good stutter. Maybe even a double or triple stutter would help.
Oh,
It looks like he's close to getting it.
yeah, I thought Idle had it for a second, but there's just the damage blinking.
I was saying a 2 stutter 3 tap should work. It looks like his stutter is a little long, though. I wonder if he's going to try again. Unfortunately, his save is all the way back in wrecked ship, so he'd have to make his way all the way back over there. And
Do you think it would be... Go ahead.
For the record, that short charge, definitely not logic.
Do you think the short charge through the Metroid room and trying to carry it up there would be easier?
I don't think so. I think he would need a room where he could be able to carry the shine charge and or like carry the blue suit from Speed Booster into Croc Escape and then shine charge and carry it up.
So that little lip there kind of ruins it.
I think so, yeah.
So Beard found Big Pink, but depending on these connectors work, like assuming he wants to go through the top left door or something, this may be a soft lock.
Did he come in through the power bomb door?
Yeah. Well, through the center, or like the exit.
Crumble blocks, yeah, the crumble blocks. Yeah, that unless he finds power bombs, he's gonna be hard pressed to find a way out.
If I could start a Gamba, I would start one. Will the first power bomb pack be in logic or not?
Idle back in Norfair, but he's coming in from the entrance where earlier he explored every door and just got blocked by super and power bomb doors the entire way.
Maybe I'm hoping Idle finds those supers soon. There's,
yeah.
As you mentioned, there's 2 packs. There's the crab hole, and I honestly forget what the other one was.
The other one was Alcatraz.
Ah, yes.
It's on a bit of a journey here. Finding a ammo refill for his troubles.
Seems to be a theme in the seed.
Yeah.
If you go through a bunch of heated rooms and you find a dead end room thinking, hey, this could be an item room, it's not. It's the refill.
Right. And he is still trapped in Big Pink here unless he can find another way out. Idle running right by Alcatraz.
Curious to see Idle's reaction to this.
He's in disbelief. He can't believe it.
Using my expert lip reading skills, I believe that word was okay.
So both runners currently finding struggles in completely different ways at the moment. Coming back up to screw attack room here, but he doesn't have a way through.
I appreciate the optimism with the missiles there.
That was the equivalent of punching at the sky and yelling at it like an old man from his lawn.
Oh, Mama Turtle Room. We could have something good. Yo?
Power bombs. Oh my. Those have to be out of logic power bombs.
Yeah, I would believe so. But either way, Niz has a playable game now.
Yeah, he is able to progress again. He can escape his jail. Idle giving the thumbs down for seeing Croc.
Put him down.
Now, technically, fighting Croc with only 10 missiles is also out of logic. I believe in hard, you're expected to have a minimum of 25 missiles. Not saying that he can't do it or shouldn't do it. That's just what logic is saying.
Yeah, typically you only see Croc early if you get charge early. But yeah, definitely in this case, non-logic here.
Yeah, and unfortunately, if he does get through Croc, he's going to be met with more disappointment as there is no item behind Croc.
I'm hoping Idle one-shots it and doesn't Deathloop here, because it'd be really sad to Deathloop on Croc and then see the literal nothing on the pedestal over there.
Nis picking up grapple here in Bowling Alley.
Guess it's a little pants room protection, but that's about it.
Yeah, it's not a particularly useful item in this category, especially having gravity, but it would be useful for pants room, as you said. It would also help with one of the grapple tutorial rooms.
Ah. That is true. It's a little unusual seeing a race 36 minutes in with 3 majors obtained. But right. This is a messed up seed.
Oh, yeah, and then the other use for grapple being a much faster Dre kill.
And sadly, their best weapon that doesn't use ammo.
I feel like that's something that's not mentioned as part of Gravity 9+1. There's going to be a lot of empty item pedestals. That is 11 items taken out of the pool right off the bat.
So it looks like everything of value Niz found on his own with no map.
And he should have pretty full reign of getting through Brinstar, clearing those bosses now, being able to get to any other region. No doors or speed blocks are going to be able to stop him. He is in control of this match now.
Based on the Beard's map looking there, I would assume he's going to go back and kill Croc, Dragon, and see what that major back at the start was, which I think is a pretty good play here.
Idle's still frantically searching for those super missiles. is dropping deeper down in a wrecked ship. There may be a possibility that there's some supers down here, but we do not have that knowledge yet. I don't think either runner has gone down this far.
I believe you're right on that one. Interesting.
And yeah, Nis is actually pretty close to go mode. He only needs a couple more super packs to have enough ammo to destroy Mother Brain.
And thanks to the mode, Ridley should be not so bad with that many E-tanks, even without Varia.
For sure.
Oh, best Ray.
The best beam you could ever find.
Maybe Beard will have to find that hole again.
Okay, so it looks like he is going to start this Kraid fight here. Meanwhile, Idle entering Mickey Mouse room. No way to clear the blocks here. Check the Mickey Mouse item, though.
Very unfortunate. Oh, we get DLC.
DLC Kraid, let's go! Might be another super pack behind here.
At this point, I think they should be happy to see power bombs as well, just for the sake of PB management. It's always
That's
kind of a
true,
pain
yeah.
when you have 5.
That's true.
So I personally, I would be happy either way.
It's true. Idle might have found where Fantoon is hiding.
Oh,
And we found Meridia.
our last zone.
No. Oh no.
Yeah, I would say finding all 6 zones before you find power bombs, regular bombs, or super missiles is a pretty nightmare scenario.
Straight up a tragedy. Nis donating to the baby. Plenty of energy to spare there. And Idle finding supers by going down into Green Pirate Shaft. I am a little worried about that though, because this most likely connects back into Green Bryn main shaft, where he would need power bombs or ice beam to escape again. So this could be a one-way that he is not able to escape from.
Yeah, it could pay off, but I guess we shall see.
X-ray would be an option, but we've already unfortunately seen X-ray, so he's not going to be able to find it down here.
A lot of viewers skip ahead 5 minutes for this to be done farming. Oh, never mind.
I know. And both of those double refills being criteria really starting to show. That's true, Path. Idle could still check the item that's bottom right of a Greenburn main shaft. Maybe those are power bombs. Maybe it's Ice Beam. We can only cross our fingers here. Nis in a little bit of trouble here.
Oh no.
He does not have enough for a Crystal Flash, and I don't think that is enough energy to get through single chamber.
No, I think it's doomed.
Okay, I don't think he was... That is a very recent save, so I think he's okay.
Yeah, that was a little scary.
Yeah, he will need 17 more minutes of farming here.
Oh, more supers. For Idle.
Oh,
And a map.
power.
And Wreck Ship is pretty useless and shock to no one.
There is that X on the left side, but he already dropped down. He wouldn't be able to get it.
Unfortunate.
Idle is scanning through the maps. Where did I miss? What haven't I checked yet? What could I look to explore still that I haven't already? Pretty brutal out here.
I'm curious, like in an alternate universe, if Idle kept trying for that power bomb, how that would have gone.
I'm curious about that too. It looked like it was close on some of those attempts.
Yeah, for sure.
Alright, this stocked back up to about 7 E-Tanks plus a little reserve. Gonna try single chamber here again. I think he's gonna have a little bit more success this time. Now Idle diving even deeper a hole. Going down Spore Spawn. Finding Plasma, but now, yeah.
Do we do a speed booster mock ball through the door?
Yeah, I think he could have technically speedballed that, but man, he's dug himself so deep of a hole. I just like I would totally understand just having like zero faith that this is the way to go.
Yeah, I don't know. Not sure what
There's definitely enough room to get that short charge and sports ball and supers at the bottom there, but man, that's tough.
Didn't Idle successfully kill Croc?
He did. His last save brought him to before that kill. After all of that.
Is it the left room that he's looking for here?
Yeah, so I think Croc is in wrecked ship. And going left of room here is how he got to like Greenburn main shaft and
okay.
That he found before.
Uh-oh. Croc? There we go.
Yeah, this is the risk of fighting Croc with not so many missiles. You definitely can't afford to shoot more than one per round. This is now also in wrecked ship. Did he... He cleared Kraid, but he didn't clear Dragon in Bryn, it looks like. At least according to the tracker, I could be wrong.
No, it looks like he's doing some sort of like counterclockwise clear of the zones.
And then confirming that he has not killed Dragon as far as we know.
Honestly, in this position, or Beard's position specifically, I think I'd be looking at criteria. Um, Usually decent sized zone. They didn't explore very much of it, and it is open now with the power bombs, and you have refills too, which is also nice.
Plenty of refills there, and you get the added benefit of also finding out where the landing site is for your escape, along with any bosses that are hiding there.
Oh no.
I think he can make it still with that reserve in the tank.
Oh my gosh.
Cutting it close here a number of times.
I respect
Nice,
the
yeah,
trying to hit all 4 selects in the air, but I don't know.
it's tough to do. But at least he has a good refill this time with these gamuts here.
Yeah, probably my favorite refill spot in terms of farming.
Yeah, Idle is continuing to push here in Wrecked Ship. The problem is, so he saw this X after he saw the map in Wrecked Ship, and now he's checking out, but this is Mission Impossible, where he needs supers to be able to explore the X.
And the only alternative way to get these I know of is to Crystal Flash under, which obviously would make that redundant.
I think he now realizes that he doesn't have the supers that he had before.
Oof.
Meanwhile, Nis starting the Dragon fight. That grapple about to come in handy here.
Oh no. Might get some crotch slaps. Nope, wiggled out.
Now getting this on the right side. On the right side it's much freer to get this grapple. Left
Absolutely.
side you have to do a little manipulation with jumping as Dragon grabs you to be in alignment before you get dragged over to the middle of the screen. So that's 2 bosses down now for Nis. It looks like he has still only 3 majors obtained overall for Nis. One of them he started with. No beams, no boot upgrades, no miscellaneous upgrades, no Varia. Actually, he does have 2 other majors, Grapple and X-Ray. Those just don't appear on the inventory screen.
Yeah, the way the tracker's laid out, it makes it look a lot more sad.
That's true, yeah.
51 minutes, gravity morph speed.
So now Nis might be thinking about grabbing this major down at the end of Croc Speedway, and then another one down in Blue Bryn E-Tank Room.
There's also a decent amount of X's, and I won't be surprised if he grabs those as well and just plays ammo here. With how many majors are still missing, like assuming you're going to find charge, I think is a little wishful thinking.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't count on finding charge here.
It's true, Idle did have plasma for like almost 30 seconds, maybe.
It was short-lived, but he had it.
Well, the game just had to prove me wrong for saying that.
We gotta stop doing this. Every time we say Nis is going for a major, we predict what it is.
I don't know what I'm doing. That's my secret.
Now, granted, he could technically beat the game now. Those supers definitely make that a more enjoyable experience.
Can't say no to a little bit of mobility there.
For sure. Space jump. Making a lot of things in this game much more trivial, a lot easier to get around. Still a couple X's to grab. He's probably not going to go for that one at the very bottom there.
Yeah, it's looking like that one's gonna get abandoned. I mean, you already have 25 supers and you're heading towards an X. Like, I think it makes sense to leave it. Plus, you can make up for any little bit of ammo loss for charge shots. Even if it's not great, it's probably still not worth diverting too much.
Right. And Idle is in wrecked ship. He's heading back into Croc's room. Not finding anything of use down here. Retreat back up. Maybe he starts picking out a new region to take a look in. Oh, and realizing that everything he did after that is for naught, because he can't get back up from the bottom of wrecked ship main shaft. So Croc lives yet again in Idle's world.
I'm trying to psychically will Idle towards Crab Hole.
He's in Parlor now. He could check Alcatraz at this point. Instead, it looks like he's making his way back to Norfair. Which, I mean, still holding out hope that he checks the Crab Hole.
Unfortunately, it's been so long since Morph was obtained that thinking, oh, I have Morph, I can do this now, may not exactly be a fresh idea.
Everyone in the chat, please put a prage for checking Crab Hole here. Unfortunately, he's going down to Brinstar. He might be attempting those power bombs again from Croc Escape.
Target fixation. Says NN.
I don't blame him. He sees a progression item. It's the only one he's even had a chance of keeping at this point. He's probably just going to go for it. He either doesn't know that Alcatraz is in logic, or yeah, he's just not seeing it. It seems like he just keeps passing through Parlor and not giving a thought here.
Are they trying to... Is Idle trying to deboost over to Dragon?
That's what it seems like.
Oh, maybe the thought process is like this, going for these power bombs over and over again won't be so bad if they had the save.
That could be what he's doing right now. Yeah, he's trying to lure these gamuts up to the top with him so that he can do a damage boost off them. Technically non-logic, but yeah, this would be very hard logic to do this. He could do a speed booster though. Like he could try.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He could use a missile to destroy the gamuts, which would leave their drops there and prevent them from spawning, and give himself enough runway to try a short charge.
That is absolutely the best way to do it.
This
I'd
is
probably
also
be
another
doing...
method. Trying to damage boost off the Ripper at the top, but the jump is pretty tricky.
Yeah, I learned it on the like wall jumping off that ledge, and then using like the LR to stand up.
Yeah, to break the spin.
Yeah. Honestly, it's decently consistent. It's just awkward to learn.
It is, yeah. Nis picking up high jump boots, which is always a welcome find.
Seeing as it's very likely that Nis will be fighting Ridley with no Varia, high jump does make dodging a lot easier.
Definitely. Picking up the Turian map now.
Don't expect to see much here. Oh, 3 majors. 4. The funny thing is, Beard doesn't really need them.
I imagine that Nis is probably thinking, like, you know, Idol might be right behind him, maybe he's ahead. It's definitely a calculation here to pick up these majors.
All the beams. Could be.
Looks like he is interested in picking them up.
What would your play be here, Nito?
If I were Nis,
Yeah.
I would definitely ignore these majors. I think it's just time to start hunting down the bosses. He's got his 30 supers. He can take out Ridley relatively easily without much danger of dying. I think I would probably leave these majors behind. But I definitely understand wanting to feel a little bit more comfortable in these fights.
Yeah, I can see the perspective where, like, Varia, you know, saves you a lot of time farming, depending on how many heated rooms you end up having to go through.
Yeah. Idol did make it into the Dragon fight.
Oh, I missed that deboost.
Looks like he's going to be relying mostly on Speed Booster for this fight. The 10 missiles, they can add in some chip damage here and there, but yeah, he's probably just going to focus on doing that.
It's a KPDR runner. Idol's no stranger to speed boosting Dragon.
So Nis did find Spring Ball here in the main street item.
Yeah, not exactly what you want.
Might save him a bomb here or there. Could potentially use it to maintain momentum between rooms, but yeah, not the most useful major. But he does seem committed to picking these up before he leaves Turian. Wave Beam is not bad. It is the second highest damage boost to his beam damage.
Yeah, I think Ice or Varia is probably what Beard is looking for. We know he's not going to get Plasma. At least not here.
There's still a, like, he hasn't fully explored Wreck Ship as far as I know, so there's still a chance that he goes down there. To where there is also Meridia. Like, there's still 2 whole regions down there that I don't think he's fully explored yet.
And we haven't seen the Meridian map, so it's possible Ridley Fan. Well, did we see Fantoon? We suspected Fantoon, but I don't think we saw.
We have not seen Fantoon. We were thinking maybe there was a chance he was in wrecked ship, but that does not appear to be the case. Idle taking out Dragon with that. I could not tell if he actually got the Shine Spark there to kill, but I think he did. So now he has his save to attempt to go for the power bombs that are in Croc Escape. I think there was another major underneath Main Street here at the end of Speed Booster Hallway that Nis might be going for now. I do wonder what he's hoping for. Ice is like probably the biggest benefit to him at this moment.
Which may end up being moot if you can easily get a speed boost into Mother Brain Room.
Hopefully this is an E-Tank. It is not.
Of course not.
Not even bothering to pick it up, and more heat where this major is. He may need to consider Crystal Flash here.
Well, there's Ice. And
nothing.
What probably was an E-Tank originally.
Yeah, it looks like he is going to Crystal Flash here.
I forgot there's a beard on the Mega Man Ness sprite.
There is a beard everywhere for HisBeardNis. This is so hardcore, he got his name tattooed into his beard there on his picture.
Oh,
I don't know. He got the shine charge, but he just misinputted it. The Nevdi spark.
Also known as Oats ghost that haunts him.
That's a nickname for Nevdi.
Yeah, I was watching Oats earlier, and he was doing a race, and he's like, Nevdi did this, and Nevdi did that," and like, and you know, then he's questioning his own sanity and whether Nevdi actually did any of those things, and then Nevdi finishes.
So Nis finding a pretty useful major there in Ice. That'll probably come in handy for Mother Brain's room, getting through the Zeb gates. I am curious to see what he plans to do now. He's going to pick up this major in this sand pit here. I don't think we got a look at what this was when Idle came in through here before.
I mean,
he doesn't want it. He doesn't want Spazer.
It seems contrary to the get all the major strat we just saw a few minutes ago, but okay.
I am a little confused by that, because I thought, like, wouldn't he just leave Turian as soon as he got that?
My guess is that the panic of I'm spending too much time doing this is setting in and causing some kind of snap decisions.
Yeah, that seems pretty likely.
All right, this is what I would have done like half an hour ago, so I'm kind of curious what's here.
It should be a decently sized region to explore. And yeah, again, those additional benefits of you know where you're going on the escape. You should have stopped at that other double refill just to be extra safe.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Niz opted for the first one, because they definitely had the energy to make it to the second one, no problem, but...
Yeah, I see there from NN that, like, it is a damage boost from Spazer, but he does also have 30 supers, so, like, it's certainly not the most useful major to find.
That's a pretty useful one.
Yeah, there's Varia. Doesn't have to worry about heat anymore.
Oh my, that is a map.
That's a really far map. Another refill.
I think Beard was looking for a save, but we'll take the energy refill.
2 double refills, the third one being the landing site, and another energy refill, all within about a 4-room span of criteria. Okay, so Idol does have the power bombs now. He's successfully heisted it from Proc Escape. This should give him a very good amount of progress that he can make now. He's still going to be hunting these supers, but he can at least get into some other areas. Maybe he can, since he's definitely gotten these out of logic, maybe he can grab other supers that are out of logic at this point to make up for it.
Absolutely. I think most of the Brinstar is available now. I don't recall there being too many super doors, if any, down there.
It would be a good idea to clean up Bryn while he's down here. And here's Mr. Rodney himself.
No respect. As comfortable as you're going to get for a Ridley fight in a map rando. Exactly. Million E-tanks, 30 supers, and then you still have charge to back all that up too. A couple beams.
This should be a breeze for Niz. Missing a few supers here will make up the difference in regular missiles.
Should be dead here. Yeah.
That is 3 bosses down now for Niz. Still hunting Fantoon. Could be here in Criteria, or it could be in Meridia, which is on the opposite side of the world.
Worst case scenario, it would be Mother Brain here in Fantoon in Meridia to do some backtracking. Which is very possible. Like, you're approaching this map from the right side, so there's still a decent chance it's a Fantoon map.
Idle weighing his options now that he has the power bombs. Does he clean up Kraid and try and pick up that X, hoping for supers? Does he go down Red Tower, try and pick up these majors?
Surprised they didn't opt to go down. There's a decent amount of stuff down there. Obviously, you'd be locked if it wasn't supers, but with the amount of X's and a save unlocked, I feel like that still would have been a decent play if you're committing to the out of logic stuff.
Oh, he forgot about the grapple tutorial room here. He was trying to get a shine charge in this crab shaft before and carry it over into that room. It wasn't really working out for him, though. Oh, and Nis running into Fantoon here. Okay, so that will tell us if Mother Brain is in here or in Meridia. Oh, and Idol's finally going in.
Oh,
He found the supers in Crab Hole. Finally. He's like, I must have passed through Mount Everest 10 times by now, and I did not check that. He can't help but just I appreciate the positive outlook on it for such an awful situation.
absolutely.
And now he's probably thinking, well, I have the whole world open to me now. What do I want to do with this?
And we're back to decision paralysis.
Yeah.
6 zones.
He's been to all of them. He's seen at least some fraction of the map. It is take your pick on which direction you want to go. He knows where Crate is. He doesn't know where Fantoon and Ridley are. He's not even equipped well enough to take out Ridley. And this is finished with Fantoon. Oh, it's attached to West Ocean, so we'll have to see. Oh, the map must be over here on the left side. Okay.
This is the Fantoon Classic.
He loves West Ocean.
All right.
Okay. So, gotta head to Meridia then. It'll be a bit of a trek.
Idol did, in fact, get the PBs with the short charge. Rocky.
Yeah, he did. And then he finally checked out Crab Hole in Mount Everest for his first super pack.
I don't think I've ever seen those sandpit rooms with those shrimp guys. I don't know the name of those 2 rooms, those awful, awful rooms, but I've seen them so many times in a single seed, being passed through again and again.
Oh, you mean the sand halls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I've seen them like 80 times between 2 runners.
There has been a lot of running back and forth this seed for both runners, absolutely. Nis should know that he has to go to basically the one region he hasn't been to yet. I don't recall if he got the map and wreck ship, so
I don't think he did.
Okay, so he knows he has to at least head that direction.
Look at all those beautiful refills everywhere.
A little high five here in Chronic Boost. Sam confirming he did not get the wreck ship map because he reset after killing Croc. So we will see probably the 5th Croc kill of this match. Poor Croc, never did anything wrong.
Being reborn just to be slaughtered again, needlessly.
Is Idol going to check Alcatraz now? He is checking Alcatraz.
As soon as Idol got those PBs, everywhere they could have gone a long time ago, it just becomes apparent.
And he's laughing again. He's like, no, I passed by this room so many times. He
Oh
can't
my
believe
gosh.
it. He has to be in utter shock. I can't wait for the interview.
That is one thing I've noticed though with these like 9+1 seeds or these Gravity Varia seeds is I think the biggest mistake you can make playing those seeds, since they do kind of let you wander around a lot, and I've made this mistake myself in a race, is that you should definitely check the ones that are close to home or like kind of like the originating spot before you wander off too far for this exact reason.
That is a really good point. I feel like you just, yeah, having the ability to hell run essentially any room is it just causes so many options to enter your mind. It's like it's so hard to keep track of all of them, especially when you think you know what it wants and you just kind of like hard focus on what you think the best option is going to be.
Yeah, and the worst thing about wandering is as you get further and further, the things that are freshest in your mind are those options that are further from you. So if you get something like, say, super missiles, you're going to be thinking about the further options and kind of forgetting about the closer ones.
Rip Croc for the 6th time. Can we get a salute in the chat for Croc?
Wait, I think Croc's okay, guys. See, Croc's fine.
He's
Oh,
got a
never.
tan. Croc's on Ozempic. Check out this sick weight loss supplement.
Yeah, think of how much weight you could lose if you didn't have things like skin or organs.
Sounds pretty useless, just weighing you down all the time.
That's what I'm saying.
Alright, Nis making his way into wreck ship here.
I'm going to be finding Mickey Mouse in a second here, if I remember correctly. Yep.
Fiddle's memory is on point.
This room is also called the Minnie Mouse room in SMZ3 if it has the bow.
Oh, nice. Yeah, my wife was commenting on that the other day, like, why do they call it Mickey Mouse? Why don't they call it Minnie Mouse? I actually did not know that they called that room in SMZ3, so I will tell her the good news on that.
Unfortunately, there's no progressive bow in SMZ3, so it's pretty rare. We have not seen much of Meridia, so I'm curious if Niz will just run into Mother Brain trying to find the map or not.
It's very possible.
Yeah, I feel like in SMZ3 you're almost always going to get silvers before bow, which makes me fantasize about like Link just taking the arrows and throwing them at the enemies as a weapon.
Ooh, Nis so close to finding plasma, but deciding he's going to take the route through worst room in the game down instead.
There's nothing really that can block Nis from getting back, but I guess this does take you right to the map, so that does make sense.
And Idle coming up on Norfair map to see if there's anything else he missed. He will not find any bosses here.
I grab one super. Oh.
And there's Mother Brain attached to Bubble Mountain here, so Nis in prime position to finish this up.
Mother Brain does seem to like that middle door there, which in vanilla is a save.
There are a few rooms that Mother Brain loves. She loves
also
parlor.
The middle door in the room before lava dive.
Oh, chronic boost, yeah.
She loves that, I think, because she knows you can't get the short charge in that space, or if you can, it's absurdly tight.
You can get it. It's not like the tightest short charge in the world, but yeah, it's kind of like a check there on how accurate your short charges are. Middle door pre-happy too. Yep, exactly, Derp. Rooms that have multiple left door entrances, Mother Brain loves. Saving his supers for the next rando.
I know. Pretty sure that's enough shots, but I don't like to do math on Mother Brain, so I probably would have just dumped all my supers except for 7, and then shot till the first catch-up come out, and then dump.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Then you don't have to think, and who wants to think in a map rando?
Thinking is overrated. Just go, go, go.
Exactly.
In either case, good fight from Nis. He's about to start the escape. Idle grabbed the major down in bowling alley. But we should be wrapping up this race here pretty shortly. That is a
nasty timer.
Long escape timer.
Does this save the animals?
Where is he going?
I'm confused as well.
I think he's going back up worst room in the game. I don't agree with that. That is definitely a shorter route compared to just Shine Sparking and Climb.
It should probably be irrelevant though, because with this much, the longer the timers are, the more mistakes you can typically make.
That's true.
So I think he'll be fine, but yeah, that was odd. Good movement there.
That's to Turin and Norfair. I believe Turin is going to be the route that he wants to take. Idle must be wondering, how is this rando still going on?
It has been an hour and a half. That's quite long for the settings that supposedly produce shorter seeds.
This one was just especially brutal with the number of zones seen within the first 5 minutes of the rando.
Yeah, that was something special. That's the nicest way I can say it.
Is this a Nito seed?
I think he would cook on this seed, I'm not gonna lie.
My vote would be a Nebby seed.
Nevdi would blind morph like 2 minutes in.
That's what I'm thinking. It's always a Nebby seed, that's true.
Huh? Go get Spazer Beard, you need it.
Or Spazer. You're innocent. We know you're innocent, Nebby. You just do what you do. And you just need to keep doing what you're doing. Idol on his way to Kraid. I do believe that we are ending the rando here shortly. Oh, Kraid is dead. Well, there you go. They just killed him that fast. Blink of an eye.
Yeah, it looks like Beard will have almost 30 seconds left to get through this room and get to the ships, which is plenty of time.
Yeah, you're right that the longer the escape is, the way more leniency you get.
GG
That
Beard.
will do it. GG's.
Not only for this game, but for the set as well.
Yep, that does take the set 2-0 over Idol. Congratulations to Nis. That was a tough seed, and he played pretty well throughout it.
Absolutely.
And Idol does take the forfeit, so we will get both runners in here shortly for a post-race interview. I will be curious for sure to hear Idol's thoughts on the unfortunate tragedy of where were those supers.
Absolutely. So many times they were passed by. So many times, both of them.
Hello,
I remember
Nis.
Beard, family friendly.
I know. That seed. I didn't want to play it anymore.
You didn't like
Like-
having 5 zones 5 minutes into the game available to you?
No, because like it was like, where do you go? And the first logical power bombs, I think, are what I grabbed, and it made no sense. The whole seed was like, why?
I'm not convinced those were the first logical power bombs.
Yeah, I'm
Be
not
honest.
convinced either.
I had an 8-minute pause menu. Like, come on.
Honestly, not bad for an hour and a half seed with that messed up of a map.
Oh,
So Idol, welcome to the interview.
Well, that was
You
a
guys-
disaster.
that was
you
so
guys-
bad. I feel like I got touched and I didn't want to by that seed. It was terrible. Worst
it was
seed ever.
terrible, even without forgetting stuff. Like the first 20 minutes, I was just laughing. I don't know if you guys have my camera on screen. I was laughing like we went to like 5 areas in the first 5 minutes. And Morph was in like the 5th area too, right?
So
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
I
up
remember,
at,
yeah.
it was like, well, it was Yeah, it was Crinteria, but like that was all you could get was morph and then leave. Like,
Right.
and I'm like, gosh, this
And then
whole
it was
scene
like, what do you
feels
do with
bad.
this? And then apparently what you do is go get supers, but I am stupid and did not check everywhere that you can go with morph. I checked most places you can go with morph.
I checked supers, and then I was really upset that I didn't check the pit inside of Batu E-Tank at first. And then when I did have a save and I checked, I was like, really? It's Spacer?
Oh.
I was like, I already have 30 supers and I have charge with, ice. I don't need anything. Just let me find the things and be done with this. And then I accidentally found Ridley. And then I accidentally found, I found Fantoon first door, luckily, but I could have easily had to reset. Fantoon was not, it was in the classic map rando fashion. West Ocean coupled to the ship.
Yeah, so you both found morph at a relatively good time, early on, for having that much information of the way the maps were laid out. You both found morph at a very decent time. The struggle came in for Idol, where we just saw many times running past Alcatraz and Parlor, running past the crab hole in Mount Everest. And
yeah, it's just total blind spots. I'm really surprised I missed Parlor. I'm not too surprised I forgot about the Everest. I shouldn't forget about it, but the fact that I probably ran by that Parlor, I don't know how many times, it's kind of funny. I never even noticed there was another area I'd check there.
Well, to be fair, I took 30 hours to escape Alcatraz. I think I missed the jump probably 10 times.
I saw you fall down and check to make sure your down button was in fact working, and then go back
I was like,
up.
do I have morph equipped? Did I turn it off somewhere? What's going on? Why is this not working? And I was like, maybe speed's messing me up. I debated turning speed off because I was like, this is stupid. There's no reason why this should be happening.
And speed can kind of, even though it doesn't affect the wall jump, it might affect where you are on the wall. So I could totally see speed throwing you off.
I think it was just a mental block because I was just like, this guy is going to cook me. He picked the Grav 9+1. I am so screwed. I am playing like crap. He probably found everything that he needed, and this seed sucks, and it's just me. And then lo and behold, you were having trouble too.
With this
This
being
seed was just rough.
I think I would have had a chance if I hadn't been stupid and if I found the supers quickly. I think I would have had a decent chance with this being such a long seed. But once I just didn't check those locations, it was all over.
Idol, would you like to tell Beard where your first power bomb pack was?
Oh, I mentioned it in chat. I don't think he realizes what that meant.
No, I don't. Where did you get them out of logic? Before supers,
before I had power bombs or supers, because I wanted to save close by where I was going.
So by Dragon, you can clip into the Meridia tube that you blow up, and then go around to the Croc escape, that green gate that you can only go right to left, and shine spark across and get power bombs out of logic to make it back.
Oh, but he didn't have supers.
I forgot I had to go back, and I was like, oh, heck, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back.
See, I saw the map, and the reason I didn't go down there, Idol, initially, because I was like, one of those could be power bombs down there. I was like, I feel like this is a bad idea. I don't have a way back. This seems not good.
I turned around the first time that I saw that. It's like, I'm going to do something else. And then,
well,
but then by then I should have definitely found supers. There's just no excuse for me not finding the supers after I left that tube the first time. But I just did.
The horrible thing was Kraid. Right after that, you had to do baby skip, and then right after that room was lava dive, and you're like, oh, well, this isn't good.
Yeah, I was. I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm sitting here how is it an hour 20? I'm looking for the dot done to get out of I'm kind of at least it's not going to be race 3. I'm not going to be away for race 3.
That's kind of what I was thinking the whole time. I was just like, oh my. I was like, he's going to beat me on this seed, and I'm so cooked from this one. I don't want to play another one.
But so Nis, I thought it was interesting that around like the mid to late game, you had all the ammo that you would have needed to kill Ridley, kill Mother Brain, and that it seemed like you just kind of went on like a major hunt, like you were going
Well,
around the rest of Turian to pick up
I
those
wanted
majors.
I wanted ice and I wanted Varia. So like I went for those just because like I saw where they were and I was like, well, if it's a faster beam, it could still make things quicker. I don't know what I was thinking. I was so cooked by the seed that I couldn't think clearly.
That's totally understandable. After that much of a grind of a seed, like you're just looking for
It felt like an extreme.
to make it a easier experience by that point.
It felt like an extreme the whole time, just because none of the logic made any sense.
Yeah, I don't think that either of you found logical power bombs. So
Well, I can unlock it and we can find out where they were. I'll do that right now.
Were they by? Oh, never mind.
Well, I got Mama Turtle. I just unlocked the spoiler. I want to take a look and see.
Right. But those power bombs at Mama Turtle were from going through the crumble door in Big Pink, which that ended what if you did not find power bombs there, you were soft locked.
First,
were logical power bombs in Wreck Ship? Like when you
no. Oh my god. The first logical power bombs were the ones that I grabbed near the end. They were the ones that were above GT.
Where was
I have
GT?
no idea where GT is.
GT was in Turian.
Turian, okay.
I gotta pull up this map.
Don't have. Oh, I was actually thinking about going this way. So down by this kind of where this map station is, you can go. There's a super door there. I was thinking about going that way.
Which I went there like that was the last. Like I was at that point, I was looking for bosses, so I went for the map, and then I saw that there were some majors that I could get that might help me, so I went on the major hunt and I grabbed literally every major remaining pretty much at that point. The only ones I never did find were Plasma.
I found Plasma.
Plasma and Screw.
You were very close to Plasma at the end.
Yeah. Plasma was at the bottom of Spore Spawn Supers in Meridia, I believe.
Oh, it was in Meridia? Oh, it was.
Yep.
Man, I should have just committed down there. That would have been made that fight a little faster.
You almost went down there and you're like, no, I should go for the map. And so you went down worst room in the game instead.
I went for what felt like the logical play. I didn't want to get locked and I hadn't saved in like 2 minutes or something, and I didn't want to like go back to wherever it was that I had saved last, which I think was all the way at the top of Korean. And that would have been.
I really like that troll save early on. The one that's like, yeah, you can save here, but you're gonna have to do a really short charge if you want to leave.
Yeah. So the thing that since you don't play Map Rando as often as the rest of us lately, right? Like you have played Varia Rando. If you don't have a way out, probably not the way to go. So I used to do that all the time, and I would be locked constantly, and then needed to be like, yeah, you're not supposed to go that way. And I was like, oh, my bad. I'd be mad at myself that I locked myself in a room, and I'm like, well, there goes 3 saves. Better just get a new seed.
Yeah, no, that's understandable. But yeah, that ended up being a very tough seed. A lot of information available early on. It's very common for that to lead to analysis paralysis as you're trying to figure out, okay, I got an item, now I need to reevaluate everywhere I've been to see what I can do now and make these checks. Yeah, it's tough all around.
Did you end up getting, what did you end up getting, I guess?
Me?
Yeah.
I have right now gravity, morphball, and speed booster. That's it.
That's actually accurate. I thought that they just didn't mark it. Wow. So you killed 2 bosses that way.
I had plasma.
Well, I'm just impressed that you killed the 2 bosses and then still went all out that way without But I guess you have a lot of utility still.
Yeah,
It took me forever to find the power
I have
bombs. That was like
I have grapple and X-ray too. I did get those recently. Like, I've only had those not that long.
oh my
Yeah, those
gosh.
don't show up on the tracker.
Bombs, by the way, were at the ever corner of Meridia.
Well, I'm sorry that the race wasn't a little more competitive. I don't think the outcome was in doubt, but hopefully it was at least entertaining.
Well, you had me terrified the whole time either way. 'Cause
I
played-
bet you were
I
scared.
played it-
I was just confused. It's like, am I actually going to have to finish this scene? As I'm thinking, 'cause I'm at the hour and a half mark. I'm dealing with this baby skip problem. And I'm like, I have so far to go too. It's just like
This
I
scene
sure hope
sucked.
I don't have to actually finish the scene.
This was honestly this was like one of the worst race scenes I've ever played.
I think the categories of this tournament are really bringing out how it's bringing up a lot of logical paths that don't normally get considered when you're at that point of the game. So with Gravity 9+1, every heated room is essentially in logic. So you're having to probably fight your instincts of like, okay, early game I shouldn't be going in heated rooms, but it's kind of just the way to go in what it seems like most of these.
Well, especially when you have a 9+1, the logic is go heated.
Yeah, I think we did a good job getting that more early because I think there were several heated rooms on that route.
Oh,
It
yeah,
sounds
I
like
think you guys
people
did a
kind
great
of
job on that.
just went for that, went that direction.
I almost died getting morphed, to be fair.
I think I was
Both
down
did.
to. I was happy to see the refill room.
Well, I didn't even
Okay.
go into that refill room. I went all the way down, and then I came back
geez.
up, and I missile skipped in there
Oh,
just to
no.
find out that it was another refill room.
That's the other thing. So getting Morph Ball, we saw early on that there were 2 double refill rooms within a 2-room span in that area. That
Yep.
was crazy.
In fact, I don't even think. Is there only 2 in the whole game? And they were literally right next to each other.
Yeah, I think so.
And if you went a little
I think there's-
further, there was an energy refill too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which I
think there's
of course,
hit
ship.
all of those.
So that's like
I hit
4.
every one of those.
I think
5,
there's-
because you have another one right by the ship.
I think there's 3 double refills, excluding the landing site. I think there's one in Braid, one in
Where's the other
Dragon,
one?
and one in Turian.
I don't see the third one on the map. I'm not saying you're wrong. I don't see it currently, but I'm also exhausted.
I could be wrong.
Why?
As well.
You said why? Yeah, you just played the seed that was designed by someone just trying to make life terrible. Yes.
Well, you do get to advance your troubles, so that's always good.
You get to advance too, and I'll be joining you soon because I play Mo next. So there's that.
Maybe
Right,
you'll have the
so-
better. Maybe you'll get the better seeds for both. You never know. It could.
So, speaking of the way the bracket will look like, yes. So, Nis will be advancing to round 2 of the upper bracket, where he'll be facing Mo. And it looks like Idol will be going down to the lower bracket. I will see where that lines you up if we know who that's going to be yet.
Nope. It's loser of 17, whichever that one, which is Eddie versus Albies. So whoever loses against Eddie Albies, then he plays that one.
Probably Eddie. Let's see Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
Albert's gonna cook him.
If Albert beats Eddie, Albert will never let him live that down ever, and no one will. Eddie, he would not be able to live it down because Oates would not let him live it down.
Right. I've seen a prediction that Elvis is going to beat Eddie. So.
Everyone
Heard
scatter,
rumors, but-
Eddie's here.
I heard rumors of a 10-minute head start, so who knows what's gonna
Eddie,
happen.
if you lose to Albert, the whole community will never let you forget it. I know that's how it is. I know you'll not lose because you're Eddie. So
No, Eddie's gonna sweat.
UWJ
That's absolutely gonna happen.
Yeah, right. Eddie will UWJ everything and just win.
if I lose to Albert, my power probably went out.
Wow. And this is why people say the toxic thing in the chat.
All right. Well, that was a very entertaining seed from both of you. Do either of you have any final thoughts on the race, on the outlook for the rest of the tournament?
Good luck on the other bracket. I'll be joining you soon, probably.
Yep, good luck to you as well. Thanks for not getting turned around and turning this into a 2+ hour seed like I was headed towards. So
This seed was terrible. Like, I'm sorry that I rolled this seed.
I was gonna say I think I need to start learning to roll seeds because
Please roll it if we have to race next time. I don't want this again.
That's what I get for letting you roll on the seeds.
Basically, yeah.
Hold them all.
Thank you guys for calling the race also and marking the race.
Of course. Yeah, it's our
No
pleasure.
problem.
We're glad to be able to participate and volunteer to help make these restreams happen. And yeah, we're looking forward to a lot more in the future.
Seems good.